Hello and welcome to a slightly unusual Patrick Christys tonight. I am at the Stanley Indoor Bowl Centre. Why? Well, the people here have a heck of a lot to say. Do you not think it feels a little bit like Keir Starmer will roll the red carpet out for anyone? Unless, of course, you happen to be a poor pensioner. Here is our Prime Minister desperately trying to justify cutting the winter fuel payments for the elderly, despite the fact that Labour's own research showed that it could kill 4,000 of them.
I don't want to cut the winter fuel allowance. I don't think anybody government wants to do that. But we've got to fix the foundations of our economy. And that's what this is all about, making sure that we fix the foundations. And then, having done that, that we can build a better future that pensioners and so many other people voted for in this election. So this is a tough decision. Not a decision I want to make, but I'm absolutely determined. We'll stabilise the economy and fix the foundations. And then on that, we will build the better Britain that we were elected into government with a strong mandate to bring about.
Keir Starmer said that every single pensioner under him would be richer. Labour and their supporters, they want you to think that all of these pensioners are millionaires. Well, I went to Lenin Terrace earlier on, just round the corner from where I am now, and I met 88-year-old Barry, and he revealed to us some of the traumas that he'd suffered when he spent his life working down the pit.
There, 1, 2, 3, 4.
4 close calls.
Yeah.
Just rattle off what happened to you one time. You had quite a bad injury, didn't you?
The first one was when I was 18 and a half. I was hit in the face with a cold shot. I was blinded for a month. And then I was crushed by a big stone later on. And then the last one was where I had about 4.5 tons of steel fell on us. And I damaged my spine, my pelvis was split wide open, my right leg broke below the knee, and my right ankle crushed.
That's the kind of person who's losing the winter fuel payment. But it's not just him, it's people like Billy as well. You have had yours cut because you got what's called a pit pension. Yeah. Is that right? Could you just...
On top of my state pension, so... the top bracket, I'm past that, so I don't get the extra 350 quid, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And that does mean that you are going to struggle to heat your home this winter, doesn't it?
It's a struggle up here, outstanding, you know what I mean? It's cold, but like, I'd rather heat myself than move around the room, you know?
And in order to do that and to keep yourself warm as you move around your home, what is it that you do?
I bought a heater last year, and I just swapped room to room with it. It's over there.
So it's that heater here. So you take that heater with you from room to room as you go around? Yeah,
when it gets really cold, nothing. You've got to up here. It's standing, you know what I mean?
A lot of people out there in Britain right now think that maybe Keir Starmer should spend a little bit less time in Lord Alley's penthouse and a bit more time in places like Stanley. Billy's got a message for him.
No, I don't think they live in the real world. I think they just live out the books and that. If they moved 10 down the street up here, he wouldn't have knocked the heating on the head because it's different weather up in the northeast, plus Scotland and that. Down there, it's 2 top coats warmer. You know what I mean? It's yeah. I could live with a t-shirt on down there. You know what I mean? Because I'm an outgoing person, but up here, it's freezing.
What would your message be to Keir Starmer? Do you think it's fair, really? Is that what you voted for? Because you voted for Labour, didn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't vote for them again because, to be honest, he doesn't know what it's like living from there. He should have come up here and see and get out on the streets and see people.
It is that question of fairness, isn't it, and injustice. And it's not lost on people like Billy, a million others like him, that it was just revealed that the cost for an asylum seeker per year is £41,000 for their accommodation. Billy's not happy with that. Do you feel as though the government is prioritising asylum seekers and illegal migrants over people like yourself?
Yes, of course they are, because, I mean, they've put nothing into this country at all, but they're living in hotels, now they're getting houses, yet I've worked all my life I've got a little bit savings, so that's held against me.
The fact is that every single door I knocked on here in what was traditionally a Labour heartland, pit country as it were, had a story exactly like that. Here are just a couple more.
Get your act together and have a change of heart and see our old people and take care of them. You need to have a walk around and just see the state of the place and how old people are living around here. And maybe you get an idea and maybe have a bit of a conscience if you saw it.
Just get his thinking head on a bit more and just start thinking about the pensioners instead of all the rich people.
I think he needs to rethink it. He needs to get out and speak to people, see how they're struggling, and then go from there. But he needs to get out. He's got to get out of that Westminster bubble.
Their messages to Keir Starmer, and it's fair to say that all the people around here, pretty much anyway, think that if it had been in the Labour manifesto, they wouldn't have voted for it. And there is a real risk that Keir Starmer could go down in history as the man who chose to freeze the elderly.